Hello students, in this video, Coating of Tablets Part 5, we are going to study about evaluation of coated tablets. Evaluation of coated tablets include the test. First one is appearance. It is a non-official test and it is generally performed by visual inspection. So our coated tablet is observed for blistering, wrinkling, orange peel effect, sweating, blooming, spotting, etc. Okay, and if it is, then it does not pass the test. The next test is radiation test. So again this test is unofficial test. It is performed in order to measure the tensile strength using a tensile strength tester. Here the force required to peel the film from the tablet surface is measured. Okay, then the next one is resistance to abrasion. So the ability of coating to remain stick to the tablet surface is tested using this test. Any mistake in formulation of coating solution can be tested here. In case of sugar coated tablets are rubbed on the white paper. If resilient film remains intact and there is no color change or it is not transmitted to the paper, then batch of tablet passes the test. However, if very soft coating are readily erased from the tablet surface to the paper, then a batch of the tablet does not pass the test. Then the next test is diametral crushing strength of coated tablets, or we also called it as hardness test. So this can be done or it is determined with the help of tablet hardness tester. Already we have seen different types of tablet hardness tester in evaluation of tablets. I will be sharing the link of evaluation of tablet in our description box. You can see from there. Then the resistance of uncoated tablet to be crushed will be the major factor in the test result. Relative increase in crushing strength provided by the film and the contribution made by changes in the film composition can be measured using this test. That is, in short, we can say that here what we do is we compare that how was our uncoated tablet and what is the impact of coating. Okay, so whether its tensile strength or the crushing strength what is required to be applied has been increased, and if yes, then how much. So that can be done here. Then the next test is weight variation test. Weight variation test, as you know, is not performed for sugar coated tablet. However, it is applicable only for film coated tablets. Then the next one is content uniformity test. So content uniformity test is performed in the similar fashion as it is performed for that of our tablet. Okay, so you can you can go through that respective video. Then the next one is disintegration test. For disintegration testing of sugar coated tablets, water or 0.1 normal HCl can be used as medium and temperature is regulated to 37 plus minus 2 degrees Celsius, and our coated tablet has to get disintegrated within 60 minutes or as specified in individual monographs. Then for film coated tablets, medium water is used as a medium and it temperature maintained is 37 plus minus 2 degrees Celsius, and our coated tablet should get dispersed within, it should get disintegrated within 30 minutes or as specified in individual monograph. Then for the next one, that is enteric coated tablets, or we also called it as modified release. Initially we are to place it in 0.1 normal HCl. Okay, so it is going to be the medium or as specified in individual monograph at 37 plus minus 2 degrees Celsius. However, it should not get for duration of 2 hours, but within this 2-hour duration it should not get disintegrated. Then further, same tablet is immersed into a phosphate buffer solution of pH 6.8 at again 37 plus minus 2 degrees Celsius, and it should get disintegrated within 60 minutes. That is, total time required for enteric coated tablet is 3 hours, 2 hours in 0.1 normal HCl and 1 hour in phosphate buffer solution of pH 6.8. Then the next test is dissolution test. So again, dissolution test is performed in the similar way as it is performed for the tablets. Unless the coating is intended to control release, the coating should have minimal effect on tablet disintegration as well as dissolution. Then the next test is stability studies. So conducted on coated tablet to determine if temperature and humidity change will cause film defects. Then here coated tablets are exposed to elevated humidity and moisture or humidity, and measurement of tablet weight gain is conducted. Then this study performs the relative information on about protection that is provided by the film. Then the next test is surface roughness, hardness and color uniformity. So this test can be performed by using instruments. However, in general, visual inspection is sufficient to define relative coated tablets quality. A practical quality measurement of the resistance of coated tablet to abrasion can be obtained by merely rubbing coated tablets on a white sheet of paper. Already we have seen, right? Then apart from all these tests, 10 tests, there is one more test, that is water vapor permeability for film. So generally all the coatings are permeable to water, however at different degrees. A high resistance to permeability is likely to impart the desired effect. However, it is sometimes better that it has to be breathable, so that the coating allows the moisture in the block to escape and prevent the defects like that of blistering and peeling that is will likely to be occur if it is not allowed to escape. So these are the different evaluation tests which are performed for coated tablets. Thank you.